1 year ago, because of your generosity, my friend Abdul Qadir and I were able to rent this house in Sana'a, Yemen, for Somali refugee widows and their orphan children who come from the civil war in Mogadishu, Somalia. They were all homeless, and now they're all living in this house together. Assalamu alaikum. Kayf alaikum? Alhamdulillah. So this house you see, I'm only showing part of it, but these women were all homeless before, on the streets with their children. You can't believe it, but here's one of the bedrooms. You can't believe it, but there were up to 50 women and children in this house now, with 5 big bedrooms and 2 big kitchens and 4 bathrooms. It's more than enough space to keep them safe and comfortable. All of the women now are working, the children are healthy and well cared for. Let me show you another bedroom. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. AK, can you do me a favor? Can you just pick one of these ladies to have her tell us a little bit about her story?
Okay. Before I came to this house, I was camping in the streets, which I could meet a lot of problems, and which I was meeting as well. The Yemenis were like telling me, why are you staying here like this? So, okay, okay. One of the girls who already occupied before me here told me that I can just like stay with them, that they have a room for me. So they took me from the street. When I get here, I even started thinking to work. Before I was not thinking to work.
So because when she was homeless, she didn't have opportunity to think about work.
Yeah.
She had bigger problems.
Yeah, big problems and meeting problems every day.
Now she has a place to live. Yeah. She's able to keep a steady job.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we couldn't think of working, but when we get this house, it's like we started thinking to work and before we were just like staying, and again, yeah, all of these people are camping in the streets, staying in the streets, sleeping, where we used to face a lot of problems because this country, a woman is very hard for her to stay in the street.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be a woman in this country, it's another thing to be a refugee from Africa as a woman, yes?
Yeah.
And have no husband.
Have no husband, all of them.
These are truly the most
children, yeah.
These are probably the most vulnerable people you're ever going to see.
Yeah.
But because of your generosity, I want to thank you guys from back outside the country who have given to this project and to these women and children. You really are making a huge difference.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, huge difference. Yeah, sure.
Hi everybody, I'm here with my friends from the Somali Refugee Community Development Center in Sana'a, Yemen. They represent almost 1 million refugees from the country of Somalia who live here now in the country of Yemen. You know that we're on the brink of a civil war, and the first people who are going to be the ones to suffer will be the refugees for various reasons. I'm here with my friends who are on the board of directors of the center, and we have some serious needs to put before you today. So let me just introduce them to you. I'll let them introduce themselves.
My name is Mohammed Abdi Adam, the chairman of the Community Center for Somali Refugee Community Center.
My name is Yusuf Jeria Hassan. I'm first deputy chairman of this center.
My name is Abdul Qadir Mukhtar. I am one of the refugees living in Yemen. Fatima. One of the refugees live in Sana'a, Yemen.
Great. So this is Mohammed and Yusuf and Abdul Qadir and Fatima, who represent some of the leadership of the community here. And so our idea is that we would raise at least $10,000 US in the next week, hopefully before the fighting starts, so that we can buy enough rice. Well, why don't you tell us what we're going to buy?
Yeah, rice and flour and sugar and also oil. because that is the basic need for the all refugees who are suffering in the Sana, particularly in Sana.
Even the cooking gas, if we find the
cooking gas.
Yeah.
So what we're going to try to do is buy enough rice and flour and sugar and oil to feed, who knows, maybe 10,000 people for at least 1 month. We're figuring it could last about a month before that food will become available again for people. And we're going to try to give each family a ration of food that will last them for 1 month until the fighting stops. And like I said, rice, flour, sugar, and oil only. So we're not talking about steak and fancy food here. So thank you very much for watching this little short video. And I should say one last thing. The reason we're doing this is because we've already asked the United States Embassy, U.S. Agency for International Development, and they said no. We've asked the United Nations, and they said no. They don't have any money. They can't. They're leaving the country. They can't help. We've asked other relief and development agencies. They said no. We've asked the government, and of course they said no. So that leaves us, the people of God, to come together and help our brothers and sisters. Thank you.